It's a live stream with your man Patrick A. Bartmess. That's me. And I'm going to open up some of these kits. Now, let me see if these are backwards. Yeah, it's all backwards. I'm sorry. But I got a box, electronics kits that that have little notes on them saying missing and something broken. And I was thinking about just opening this live on YouTube and seeing if I could compile all of these broken things into one, and maybe even try to get them to work. I got my own my little battery kit, which has a cool little battery tester in it too. So maybe we'll play with that. If it sounds echoey, it's because I'm here in my entryway because the light is the best here. So I'm just gonna, you're not gonna see my face very much in this because I'm gonna turn it towards this stuff that's in here. And that's why we need the light. So let's see if I can use this technology. See, that's what I was hoping wouldn't happen. So stay tuned for more fun as I drop the camera and point it in the wrong direction and make it jiggle. And I'm assuming that stuff like this is gonna be saved for posterity so that you can come and look at my live stream later if you're not watching right now. And also, just to beware, just to warn you, I don't know how to use this. So if you're typing things on the screen, I can't see them. All I see is this image that you're seeing right now. So let's just see. This is called snap circuits. I really do wish it was the other way around. I wonder what I could do to make that. Well, if I did that, then I wouldn't be able to see what I'm showing you. So basically, it's made by Elenco Electronics, and it's designed for ages 8 through 108. They're called snap circuits. And this has a whole bunch of really detailed instructions. And it looks like people have been barfing on it or something. It's kind of gross. But there's really interesting components. It has 3 zinc electrodes, a copper electrode with a snap, and a electrode. There's a picture of all this stuff. Pivot post, pivot top. I assume that these words will mean something when I get into the diagrams. There's something about solar power. I hope that these have the, oh, they do. Look at that. Here's the thing that has the solar power in it. Cool. This doesn't look like it's been played with very much at all. Here's a little radio. Is it a radio? It's got a, that's an LED. That's a thing for a battery. Oh, this has kind of been taken apart. Hey, how about if I turn on the light up there too? That might help with illumination. Well, we'll see, because it looks like this has a dingly-dangly bit that's supposed to go in here as one of the posts for the battery. But the other chamber is missing its post. Looks like it might have been. No, I don't know if it's broken off. I might be able just to kind of fabricate a post because it's just a piece of metal, you know, like this post here for the negative end. I mean, yeah, for the negative end. It's just a piece of metal, so maybe I can stick one in here for that one. But I assume this is. Well, there's a thing that says light, then scan and volume. Volume would not be necessary for anything except a radio. And I see here's a headphone jack. You see in here there's a little coil, which indicates it might be some sort of, well, I mean, that's an inductor. Who knows? Who knows? We'll find out. So yeah, this little bag has a headphones or what is it called? Earbuds in it. We'll see if these are any good. So here's this is really neat. It's a neatly designed little system. I assume you stick your battery in. Oh, no, there's a battery already in here. And you just charge it. And I assume the CH means charge and the DIS means discharge. And maybe this is, well, it's it. I mean, usually that means negative, but I don't know. Let's find out. It looks like this is a sort of a pad or a matrix to snap these things on. Oh yeah, there's little holes in the bottom that you can use to snap these on to, like that. Yep. Oh yeah, the snaps. These are there. It's actual snaps. Oh, that's nice. Nice. Here's a little wheel and another propeller fan, and it looks like here's an mechanical device that spins, also known as a motor. And look at it, it even has the see, I always wonder which direction the motors will run when I take them out of my, like the things that I salvage. And this has a little arrow that shows spins this way. Cool. Oh no, where'd it go? It was in that one. This must be one of those zinc connectors. Oh yeah, here's a copper connector. This is a neat little device. Here's some connectors here, and this must be the pivot. Oh yeah, here's the copper connector with a snap. So I assume you use this as sort of a switch. What is this? There's a little LED field, or a little what's it called? Display. LEDs display? No, an LCD display. Sorry, it's backwards. Sorry. Otherwise, I won't be able to see what I'm showing because I'm just doing this from my tablet. But this is a very informative little booklet about how stuff works. This is right up my cobblestone alley, I must admit. Golly, look at that. It just kind of goes all the way through. Let's see. Well, looks like this I mean, I could go through it and see, like, looks like there's empty things here and here. This right here, so that's not actually empty. So there's missing things in this one. But I don't want to compile all of them, because then I'll miss. This is going to be a survey. It'll be a survey of all of my little toys, and then I'll come back and see if I can play with them once. Just for you YouTubing audience. And I think it'll be fun to play with. Oops, wait a minute. Oops, there. I'm missing. So I'm not missing that one. All right. So that's, it's telling me what it's missing. Battery eliminator for FM radio and the hand crank. Oh, I'm missing the hand crank. Oh, that's too bad, because that would have been neat to play with. Perhaps I can make my own, because it looks like it's, no, there's some pretty complicated little gears in there. That's too bad. All right, let's see what's next. This is, all right, that one was called Snap Circuits Green. This one's called Brick Structures. Energize your brick building experience. And it says it's missing pieces here. Yeah, it sure is. It's missing some pretty. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, you know what this is? This is one of the things where you plug it in and you can see on the ends are the colors that's being transmitted, but you can't see them here. What is that called? Light fibers and Lego bricks. I wonder if these will correspond to actual Lego pieces. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? This has obviously been used because these are little sandwich bags that somebody else put their stuff into. So we might be missing a lot of pieces. Maybe these are the significant pieces that we're missing. They look like they're standard Lego bricks. Nothing too specialized. It's just stuff you get in a regular Lego kit. So maybe I will be able to find replacements for these, but I won't be able to find replacements for this stuff, whatever is missing from these compartments. So let's see if we can figure out which one it is. Oh yeah, here's for the blue LED. They even have the symbol for LED, which is light emitting diode. There's a diode symbol here, which is the arrow with a crossbar, which means power or signal goes this way, but doesn't go back that way. The little crossbar prevents signals from getting through at most at a certain voltage. And the light emitting part is here, this little arrow here. Arrow means that there's photons escaping from this diode. So as it goes through, you can see, can you see? Let's see if we can get it to focus. Can you focus? Barely, you can barely see on this side of the LED, inside that little dome, there's a wedge-shaped piece of metal. Yeah, you see that? And right opposite of that wedge-shaped piece of metal is a little triangle piece of metal. So on this side is the cathode, and this side is the anode here. So when voltage enters this little component, photons escape from between the anode and the cathode, because there's voltage leaping across and amps pushing electrons across, or at least creating an electromagnetic field for them to cross. So the photons escape from this diode. So that is that color 2. They labeled this color 2. We'll see what color that is actually. This one. Or maybe it's supposed to be that way. See that? That's where stuff should be compared to this one. So there's the post sticking out. Maybe that's where we experiment. Maybe there's some experiment in this pamphlet. How about we go find out, just for fun. Color LED is listed here. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything special about it. There's color LED and color 2 LED. Color 2 LED is the same designation as color LED. So maybe it's broken. Yeah, there's a picture of color LED with an LED, actually, a little LED component stuck onto it. So it looks like somebody pulled that darn old LED off. That's too bad. But you know what? I have color. I have lots of LEDs at home. So this is interesting. Here's a little, just the simplest diagram you could make. Here's a switch, and here's the what is it? What do they call that? Fiber optic tree. So there's a switch, a fiber optic tree, and a bank of batteries. And looks like that's one of the missing components, but that's okay because we have a battery bank over in that box. And Snappy says, when you turn on the light switch, electricity flows from the batteries through the color LED and back to the battery through the switch. If the switch is off, if the flow of electricity is blocked, and the color LED won't light. So Snappy's pretty clear about what's happening. It's pretty general. Oh, here's something else Snappy says about LEDs. They are light-emitting diodes. Hey, I was right, which convert electrical energy into light. Color of the light depends on the characteristics of the material used in them. Color LED actually contains separate. Oh, the color LED actually can. So the ones that are labeled color contains separate red, green, and blue lights with a microcircuit controlling them. Colors can be combined to produce yellow, cyan, purple, and white. Very interesting. Yeah. So this is sort of it's a light experiment station. Cool. And here's a little lens. I don't know if I'll hold it through. See? Light is passing through this lens and refracting off of the prisms that are built into the side of the lens. See those corrugations? All right. That looks interesting. I like these little switches. Ah, interesting. So instead, I just caught on. We're also missing the base for this because that's what these snaps also snap into. I think they'll snap into the base. Maybe? No, they're too big. What will they snap into? Oh, there's I see. So the snap. So we have a Lego brick, and we have a Lego brick adapter, a snap adapter, and that snaps onto the brick, a nubbin, And then this snaps on top. So then we can use that as a something to transfer. This is, it's not really stable, but it'll be interesting to play with. At least it's not hard to take apart. Cool. Okay. On to the next. There's only 4 more. I mean, there's only 4 of these boxes in this banker's box that I found. So next is another brick structures. Oh, maybe. Well, this one says the display counter is missing. So maybe that was what was missing in the first one. Oh, good. Oh, good, good, good. So here we have another one of the grids that the snaps can snap onto. And now we have the base. And interesting pieces here. Huh. We're missing a bunch of the pieces that were in the. Maybe I can combine this one with that one, so that it'll sort of make up for the missing pieces. So they didn't lose the lens, whoever they were, but they did lose the fiber optic tree and 3 of the LEDs. I wish that they had been able to keep a hold of the color LED, because I don't have any color LEDs in my little collection in my workshop. So maybe there'll be another brick structures box in there that will fill out the rest. Let's see. No, I don't have another one of those. But what is this one called? TriCity. TriCity. And this one has another one of these cool little snap grids, and it's got some propellers in it. And this bag of connectors has not been opened yet, so there's some components in here. It looks like they're replacement components. That's kind of nice. And oh, there's a battery bank that we're missing from the previous. And look at all the corrosion on this battery. Bad people. Bad. Don't put batteries in battery banks and just dump them. Come on. Come on. I mean, I'm just going to throw all these batteries away because, yeah, that's pretty badly corroded in there. That's all right. I know how to dissolve corrosion. Maybe that'll be a project that I will do for you in a moment. I'll put these. Did you know that now, in the olden times, we would have to take batteries to the battery store and have them dispose of them in the United States. But now we just toss them. We just throw them in the trash. These alkaline batteries. Still not used to that. But I tried giving them to the battery store, and they just said, don't even bother bringing those in. Here's a cool little coil. That is neat. That's something that I would have made myself. That's a really great idea, actually. I have a 3D printer, and I could make something like this, a test coil for all the little test circuits that I like to make. That's a great idea. Oh my gosh. And here's a little battery, another motor with an agitator on it. As if we needed any more agitation in our lives, for goodness sake. Here's a battery, not a battery. The word is magnet. Here's a magnet and a compass. And I guess this is not for getting lost. It's for showing people that magnets are more powerful. Let me think. I don't know. Maybe there's a project in here. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, it's still for ages 8 through 108. And you know, they should really have put an index in here or a table of contents, because all I want to know is, why did you put a compass in an electronics kit? That's all I want to know. Here we go. Yeah, it's just to show people, like, look, it works. Look, there's electromagnetic field around that coil. Interesting. Oh, I see. So this little kit here that has stuff in it has an iron core rod and a rubber grommet. There's the grommet, there's the rod. And here is a kit that, here's a project that shows how to use that. Like, there's the rod, there's the grommet, and there's your wire. You wrap it around, and then you put that next to the compass, and on one side there's a power source, and the other side there's a circuit. And what is this thing? What's that? Press switch? Oh yeah, just a switch. So there's a slide switch and a press switch, and more batteries. No, that's a light. Okay, so this is the lamp socket. This is the power supply, and when you play with it, then you can affect the electromagnetic fields. So that's all the compass is for. It's not for survival. I will compile, but I gotta tell you, just sitting here for the past 3 minutes, my leg's gone to sleep. So here's just some more kits, and some more projects. Block layout. Oh, interesting. They're telling you where to put your components. More projects. More projects. Oh, this one would have been cool. I don't have this one. I don't have this box. Oh, that would have been cool. Snap Circuits Arcade. There's a giant LED display and a giant speaker and a disco bulb. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can. They even call it disco cover. Support bar goes over the disco cover. I'm just flipping through to see if I can find a project that uses the disco cover. As if it mattered, because I don't have this kit. The one kit I wanted is gone. Gone from my life. Well, that's okay. And then at the bottom, there's like lots of these snap matrices. Matrices. What is this? Oh, and this is where the kits came from. Nebraska Association of Teachers of Mathematics, an affiliate of the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics. And that's who was using this. Last time, well, this is dated 2012. So this is where all these kits came from. The 2012 Fall Conference was in Kearney, Nebraska. And then the professional conference was in Lincoln in October of that year. So almost 10 years ago. I mean, a little over 10 years ago. And then Doane College. Does Doane College still exist? Or is it Dana College? I just wish I had access to the internet so I could find out the information that I'm puzzling over right now. Anyways, that is, you want to know what the philosophy of the NATM is? I will read it to you. Because I can't show it because it's all backwards on this darn screen. It's to encourage and promote professionalism among math teachers, wherein math teachers realize that they are an important part of education and should be proud to be teachers. Yes. Enhance math education in the areas of content and instruction by working in conjunction with the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics. Develop a cohesive link between various levels of math education, elementary, middle school, junior high, high school, and college. If you're watching from some other country, elementary school is generally where kids who are like 6 years old through 12 go. And middle school is sort of an overlap so that you can have kids from like the ages of like maybe 10, 11 through the age of maybe 13. And then junior high is sort of the same thing, but it's that they're a little older. That's a little segment. And then high school is like 14, 15-year-olds through 18. And you know what college is. So they're developing a cohesive link. I'm looking at my little screen here. There's absolutely nobody watching. So hopefully you find this in the future and you have made it this far. Like a little styrofoam ball. Develop a cohesive link between various levels of math education through communication, resources, networking, curriculum development, and outreach programs. So this here is a resource that they are going to use. And this here is a kind of a ruler. Interesting. I mean, obviously there are inches on here. I don't know if you can see. The lighting isn't that great in this spot. I don't know why I chose it. But there's bigger units that I'm not familiar with. I don't know what unit that would be. On this side, the units, and on this side, there are indications of geometry. So there's, oh goodness. Let's see if I can show this to you. This is an interesting little piece of plastic. There. Maybe you can see, oh, you can't read it. Why am I showing it to you? So it runs from triangle, parallelogram, trapezoid, circle, and the formula is to find out the area of these geometric objects. But then there's also square, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, and octagon with little lines shooting off from each of these words, and then the lines bounce off the corner and go, I don't even know I don't know how to use this. Okay, so that is the end of the box. The box is now empty. So anything from here, we'll do two things. How about let's do two things. Let's go to the kitchen sink and put some vinegar on this and watch it sizzle. And then also maybe the lighting will be better so you can actually see this. And then I'll end the program. The program will be ending. So, traveling to the kitchen, where hopefully there's better light. Yep. Let's see. And I'm going to flip this around. There we go. For you to see. How about some light? See this? What we have here, obviously these are inches. I don't know if you've done this for yourself, but I have figured out like how long an inch is according to my body parts. So an inch for me is basically from the tip of my thumb to the knuckle. So if I'm ever like, is that for 2 inches? I can like stick my knuckle against it and find out. And I think that this is also a segment. This is 2 inches. So from the tip of my forefinger to my knuckle is 2. That's a good rule. Speaking of rulers, if I can get my real ruler out. So that's an inch, obviously. But what the heck is this? It's 2 inches. It's not even a, and it gets. I mean, this is a large segment, and then it gets smaller and smaller, smaller, smaller. And then there are numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, with numbers in between. I'm sure this will become obvious later when I'm thinking about it, but this puzzles me, and it's interesting that there are little holes every 1/8 of an inch, and then at a half, and then at the bottom part there's holes at 1/8 of an inch. I wonder if these correspond to the markings on the back. They kind of do. Now this is what I was referring to earlier, where, oopsie daisies, the word octagon has a line going up here and then reflecting off that way. And the word square, which is easy, the area is easy to solve because it's only the side squared. See, it reflects off the back and goes here. So look, this kind of corresponds with that. Each of these rays corresponds with one of the marks. Is that true? That one doesn't really correspond. Tis a great puzzlement. Look the way they broke up the triangle into little bitty triangles. And then there's a little random ellipsis with a ray coming off of it. I mean, I say random, I don't know. When people say random, they usually mean something I don't know. So there's an ellipsis that I have not identified and a ray that doesn't seem to have any reference. This is a very interesting piece of plastic. If you know what this is for, use your fingers and type the answer in the comments. This is my sink, by the way, and that's the thing that I'm going to pour. No, I'm not going to rotate the device. I'm going to do this. Yeah. Put a little vinegar on there and it sizzles. See, there's my vinegar. So that's an alkali and a base. I mean, an alkaline and an acid combining, and neutralizing each other. There's some sort of what is that called when the chemical reaction? There's a chemical reaction that is also an electrical reaction. Let's put some more stuff in there and see what happens. Sizzle, sizzle. Yep, that's cleaning it up, isn't it? One more. Okay, so it's been about 40 minutes, a little more than 40 minutes, and pretty long ramble. If I feel like it, I'll make a whole video exploring, like after I've compiled those little things that I found. Oh, there's one person watching right now. Just for your benefit, one person. I don't see who you are because I don't know how to operate this. This is a electronics kit that I found in a box, and it's a resource for the National Association of Teachers of Mathematics, and it is called snap circuits, and they're electrical projects that you use these little snap matrices like this. Snaps onto here, and then they tell you, give you an idea about what it's supposed to do, and Snappy helps you. So I've been doing this for about 45 minutes, and I kind of made a mess, and my attention's scattered by all this cool stuff that I found. So at a later date, I will show a little more organization, and oh, that would have been cool to see. See, some of this stuff is called, there's little notes on here saying missing pieces. So I'm missing a bunch of stuff that I would really love to see. Like this. This would have been really cool because there's a disco bulb and a speaker, and an LED display. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I would have looked at when I was a little kid. But all right, let's see if we can turn this around and say goodbye. All right, there we go. Thanks for watching. Turn off. Computer off. I don't know how to turn it off.